back to Talkative. I'm your guy, Mac's Legend.
Overtime Chris in the house.
My man, Chris. We about to get in here and do some things, man. I got, real quick, I got to tell people right now, make sure you rate, review, subscribe, get the notifications.
All of that.
All of that. No
Every bit of
delaying. No delay. If you will say, I'll do it after this is over, you're waiting too long.
Right.
You're messing up. Get out there, rate, review, subscribe, notification bell, because we need to let y'all know. That's what I'm telling you.
Only way we're going to grow.
You can say, well, I can't. When y'all going to come out with another one? What's going on?
Another thing that they could do is they could tap somebody that they know and tell them to listen to this podcast, and that would just add
Boom.
a few more people. That's it.
Spread the love.
Just tell one more person.
That's it.
Just
Tell
say,
one
hey,
more
I
person.
listened to a dope podcast with these two brothers on there
go.
that are talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. You know what
The
I'm saying?
stuff
Just
you're
whatever.
not going to get from everybody.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell you right now, this is the most successful podcast there is. You know, it
Put
just
it out
is.
there, Mac.
You
Put
know,
it out there.
and you know I'm going to say that.
You gotta
We're
put it out
going
there,
to kind of go back to this, but the reason why I'm really going to say this is because I found out the definition of success when it comes to OMAR EPPS, and we'll talk about that in just a second.
Absolutely.
But
It's a good interview.
that was a great interview.
Yeah.
Now, after you rate, review, and do all that kind of stuff, I do want to also mention my guy, Jawad. Jawad came through.
He came through. As you can see, it's on the
There they
table.
go, right here. Eaterthis.com.
There they go.
These are the chuckers that I did, man. I went ahead. So, Chris, what I did, man, these chuckers. I mean, we
Okay.
was talking about it. I wanted to do something that I thought was like an everyday kind of shoe that I can rock.
All right.
You know, I'm already a fan of the Cole Haans. We talked about that.
Yeah, you a big fan of Cole Haan.
Big fan of Cole Haans.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Cole Haans doing anything, nothing wrong with Cole Haans. But if I could have my own version of a Cole Haan and make it just extra smooth, extra sleek. You can see these already been worn a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that little wear and tear that's gonna pop in there. When you get that leather, oh, that's real leather too.
Things look better worn to me.
They do.
When they knew out the box and
They
it's
look a
just
little
kinda
too shiny
a little
and too
too
pretty.
shiny, yeah.
Yeah. You're like you're gonna be a little prissy, but the
You know, I'm
thing
a Vans guy. I wear a lot of Vans, so like
Yeah.
you got like clean Vans that are just like sparkling clean. I'm like,
them
Nah.
ain't Vans. Yeah, them ain't Vans. Yeah, yeah.
Like-
those are like.
nah.
Yeah, those ain't even Vans yet. You gotta wear them for a while. And I think
Right.
I want y'all to see this now as it is, but when I go and keep rocking these things, I'm gonna show you how fly they're gonna turn into. And you already, if you got a leather chucker, you pretty much know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How it's gonna come out. So
Pretty much.
these came
look
through.
good.
They do.
They look good.
They fly. They feel good. Yeah.
They smell good right
Oh,
out the
man,
box.
that
Got
leather.
your name on it. They can't see that.
Oh yeah, you can't see that, but you know your boy
Yeah.
Mac right there. I don't know if
Yeah.
you probably. I had to do it on another video where you can see it, but
You gotta do it on one of your best man made. You
I'm-
gotta put it all up in the
yeah, I'm
screen
gonna
and
do
all
that.
that. Yeah.
Actually, I did do it. Now that you say that, I'm gonna put it all up in there and let you know. You know, go ahead and check out the chuckers I got. Now, I also want to show you what type of shoe is this? What kind of shoe is this though? I don't know if it's not a chucker. It's
It's just a low top.
It's a low top?
Low top leather shoe.
Low top
I don't
leather.
know what you call the actual style of that shoe.
I couldn't figure out. I forgot what I mean, he's got it written up as something, so I probably should look that up.
Okay.
I'll make sure I tag it in the bottom. But these joints, I wanted to do something that I was gonna be like, give me something that I'm not gonna find
Okay.
on the rack every other day. You know what I'm saying?
I call like shoes that look like that board shoes because you know,
Oh,
skateboarders and
right,
stuff like
right.
that. Vans, that has like a
With
van
the-
look.
when
Yeah.
they have like the flat
Yeah,
bottoms and
flat
all that kind of
bottoms
stuff.
and all that. It's a
Okay.
board shoe, but I'm sure that's not what he calls them. So I mean,
Well, hey, look, we can call them that. The
call
camo
them
board
what
shoe.
yeah.
We got the camo board shoe right here
Yeah.
from Eaterthis.com, and you can see, man, that camo boy. I'm gonna let you know, I'm feeling not only you people that say militant. I ain't feeling that. I'm feeling more so stylish. Chill. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Getting out there looking like I'm about to go out there and make moves and do what I got to do.
That's pretty nice, man. He
know.
did a really good job with
He
these
did.
shoes, man.
He really did.
They're kind of clean.
You know,
man.
got Eaterthis printed in there, which is kind of cool.
It's kind of clean, man. It's
You know?
hard to make shoes too.
I can't look. Who do you know that makes shoes?
Not a lot of people.
You know what I'm saying?
Jawad.
Jawad.
Okay.
My homeboy Jawad, so I want y'all to go out there, make sure you go out there, check out what he's got. You probably can see these up there on his site.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty sure you can. I'm gonna go and pull it up in a second. He said he had to get it all done. He got it all, snazzy and stuff now, so it's a new type of website. But
Right.
definitely want y'all to check out what either this is doing. I'm gonna keep this one up here so you can peep that out. We'll put the other one up next time.
For sure.
Yeah. That's what I had in the beginning.
That's what you got.
That's all I got in the beginning.
That's it. That's
What
all
you got? Yeah, what's
man?
poppin'?
I ain't really got nothing, but like, man, we can get into the more serious topics in a minute. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
bruh,
yeah. like
getting old is a virus, man.
Oh.
Like,
Oh yeah.
and it can go one of two ways.
Uh-oh.
man.
Uh-oh.
You can fall into that mindset of I'm old too early.
Yeah.
And your body is going to adapt to everything that you're saying.
It's
like
listening.
literally. So I try not to subscribe to it. And on those days, it's because I thought of this because somebody in the comments asked how old I was. Or
Right,
whatever.
okay.
And for everybody who wants to know, I'm 37 years old or whatever.
Nice. You little young buck.
I'm literally touching 40. I'm
Yeah.
literally like looking at it. The joint is a stone throw away.
Oh, but let me tell you, you ain't 40 yet.
Yeah.
Though. So I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna be a whole different world.
I still
But yeah.
enjoy when I go to the bar. They be like, "Can we see your ID?" By all means.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Matter of fact, it's
you know what I
around my
mean?
neck.
Right.
Right here. You my man walking around
Exactly.
with it.
I'm
Let everybody
telling you.
know.
But it's just like, man, I don't know. I just wanted to bring it to your attention because I just want to see get your thoughts on it,
Yeah.
man. Like, people just be acting old too early, man.
that's true.
They adapt that mindset of I don't do that no more. My body don't do that no more.
Yeah.
I don't do. Nah, my body does all of that. Okay, I'm
absolutely.
trying to do it, even at my own detriment. Okay,
Look.
I'm gonna try. Okay.
You got to. I'm gonna tell you, man.
No way.
I'm gonna make this joke real quick. My sister, one of my sisters, Angela.
Yeah.
She loves to make this comment about me be getting old, and she's like, "When you get old, things are gonna stop working."
Right.
And I'm like, "Well, I ain't got to that place
Nah,
yet.
nah.
I don't know what age that
They gonna
happened.
still work, okay?
Things work great.
Oh, we gonna go get. We gonna have some procedures done.
Exactly. Whatever I need done.
We get
Doc,
all the
look.
best doctors on.
Yeah, I need to. You need to
Sparing
fly
no
in.
expense.
Yeah.
Okay,
I need to fly in somebody.
I'm trying to tell you.
I need
man.
everybody. I need Dr. Phil. I need all the
But
doctors.
it's crazy, man. Like you see, like I mean, people I went to school. I graduated in '99. Mm-hmm. So it's like the reunions.
Wait, 99
up.
from high school?
Yeah. Yeah, 90.
I was 99 from college. But no, that's cool. That's cool.
I graduated 99 or whatever, and you just see people on like Facebook and IG, and you looking at them, and it's like, yeah, they caught that old virus.
Man.
They caught that old
Have
virus.
you seen that? When you going back looking at these kids, and see, you got kids.
Yeah.
So normally you be like, oh, they got kids and they got old.
And see,
You weren't
my
like that.
kids were a gift and a curse because I
Okay.
feel like my kids kept me young because I had to I was young. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
right.
They're still they're teenagers now, man.
Yeah.
So I got to keep up with them. I got to playing sports with them and
Right.
doing things of that nature. I think kids keep you young. I do think that. I do
Huh,
believe
that's
that. I
interesting.
do believe that. They
Yeah, okay.
keep you on your toes. They give you a purpose to say. But some of these individuals, Mac, bro, I
Yeah.
be looking at them like, man, you look like you 54 years old, and we graduated at the same time. I remember.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how did you?
I'm telling you.
How did that happen? What
You know,
did you do?
you said it though.
Yeah.
People go ahead and they invite that old spirit in.
Yeah, they just
Come
open
on,
the
I'm
door
old. Come
and
on in.
Let it in.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm doing everything. My son, like, you want to go skateboarding? Hell yeah, let's
Yeah,
go do it.
yeah.
Yeah. When I get up in the morning, it's gonna be a little bit of a struggle.
You gotta wait a minute now, son. I gotta
It's
get
gonna
that
be
in
a
a
little
minute.
bit of a struggle, but I'm gonna go. Man,
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna succumb to it, Mac. That's all I want to say.
Yeah,
about
no,
that.
no. I think that's a good call. I think
I'm
a lot
not
of
succumbing to it.
I think that a lot of people invite those kind of spirits in way too fast. Whether it be age,
It's funny that you
whatever.
calling them spirits.
No, it's a spirit, bro.
Yeah.
When you come and say,
Funny
"Oh,
that
come
you
on in,
call it.
old," and old just come up here like, "Yeah, buddy."
So just seep into your body or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
nah,
like
cool.
yeah, and you're like, but that's why you gotta keep that off for you because I think what it is when people, I think what it is people want to all of a sudden make it seem like
Yeah.
they can't do these things anymore.
Right.
They want to make it seem like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna be, like I'm not gonna be, good at it anymore. So now I'm just gonna say, oh, I'm old.
Yeah.
So that lets you know
I don't do
that's
that,
my
man.
excuse.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to the Jay-Z, Beyonce. I'm too old.
I'm
for
too
that.
old for that.
There's gonna be too many kids up
Right.
in there. I don't really want to be around all
Nah,
that.
and see, the
Nah.
problem is you just born or you whack.
You just.
You need to get out there and do it.
I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah. Hey, that's.
Well, I mean, I'm just
That's
saying.
the truth,
Now,
though.
now, if you got to work, now don't get me wrong. If you
Yeah.
got a crazy schedule and all that kind of stuff, that's different.
that.
I get that. But if
We got
yeah, absolutely. So
Like,
we can't
so,
go.
like, yeah.
Right, we can't go for that reason. But if you
Yeah.
simply like you got the time, you got the money, but you just like people now. Like I remember hearing somebody say, if I find another guy in his 30s playing video games, and I was like, then you something wrong because I love it.
Well,
Look.
please
I love
don't talk
games.
to this brother
Yeah,
right here.
because you're gonna be thinking, man, something wrong with Matt.
Something wrong with me. Okay, I'm telling you.
I
right
play
now,
games on the daily.
all the time.
Me and
All
my
the
brother,
time.
my brother and Randy got something going on Destiny 2.
Bruh,
and we trying to kill everybody on that game.
Nintendo Switch in my backpack at
Good
all times.
God. Oh, what? You ain't lying.
I'm on the plane flying to Memphis or whatever, like, and it's like you pull it out and just people start looking at you and they probably looking at me like, "How old is he?" I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, like, I'm getting on this game.
I could care less what you think about.
I
What,
done told you. I said that last time. Don't let anybody identify
you
your
gonna
happiness
steal
for
my
you.
happiness.
That's right. This is mine.
I'm gonna sit here and play this. Okay.
Exactly. And they probably mad. They probably want to play. And you like, nah, you ain't gonna play.
And I could actually sit on the table and hand you the remote, and you could play.
Yeah,
with me,
right.
but-
We could have a
you know what I
ball.
mean? Nah, we
You know what I'm saying? But nah, you want to go over there and be old. You know what I'm saying? Let them be old, man. Let them have that spirit,
Don't
man.
be old. Don't let it in.
Oh, absolutely
Don't let
not.
it in.
Because once it's in, that bad boy ain't leaving. Old is like cockroaches.
It's gonna be in your knees. It's gonna be in your back.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
ooh.
in your neck. Okay.
Oh, my neck and my back.
Oh my God, it's gonna be everything gonna be cracking. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, I
nah.
hate when that happens to me. Like sometimes, you do get up and it's just be popping, pop, pop, pop. Oh
You like-
man, yeah.
You like
What is that?
Like, didn't you do that when I was 20? Like, what
Yeah.
is that?
Why
But you
is
just
that
gotta
happening?
ignore it. I ignore it. I just
Yeah,
like, I
that's
don't know what
good
that
though,
was.
man. I mean, it's a good call. I'm glad you said that because
Yeah.
I do think that we had our Have you had your reunion yet?
I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't do your reunion?
I didn't go to.
That's-
I went to the 10, but they about to have another one. I don't know how long we've been out.
Yeah, now you got to do the math. I don't remember. I know we did the.
Okay, so yeah, we had one coming. I think 20.
Yeah, you had the 21. The
Yeah.
20. That's the one that the big one.
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, I was surprised with certain people. There were some people that looked exactly like they looked in high school.
Yeah,
and I was
and that's
actually
what
happy.
everybody says about me when they see
See, that's
me.
good.
And I take it. I'm like, cool, but you can look at yourself in the mirror. Oh, yeah, that changed a little bit. There's actually an
Yeah.
app on your phone. That's why I want to be like, can we please stop taking selfies, please? Because
Oh,
that's not
man.
your face.
Yeah. Ooh,
Unfilter
okay.
your face. Okay?
Oh man, let me tell you. Look,
Unfilter your damn face for me, please.
I done
okay?
seen so many people put up pictures. I'm like, wait a
Bruh,
minute.
They just
now.
got the smooth.
Yeah, like that skin look a
like,
little bit too extra right there. That cannot be your
Who
face.
paintbrushed your face before you put this?
What
picture
artist
up?
did this piece?
Oh my gosh, Mac! I'm like, you do not look like that.
Yeah,
But
man.
all
It's
good, man.
But that's
I'm
the
a-
thing.
I'm
I
a-
think that there's, you got those cats that's gonna put it out there. They look the same. That's cool. But then you get these other ones. They like, yo, I'm Tommy. You like, Tommy who now? Tommy
Right.
Smith?
Man.
Yeah, I'm Tommy. Tommy whatever. And you sitting there, you thinking,
I
man,
just
I
play
just
it
can't
off.
even know.
I see them all the time when I'm in the mall near my house or whatever. Like people that went to high school with me, and they'll come up to me and they'll be like, "What's up, Chris? How you been?" I'm like, I just play it off. Man, I've been good. How you been,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right, bro. Like
Yeah.
I don't know your name.
Not
I don't
at
know
all.
At all. And then I'll get home and I'll be like, I saw somebody in the mall. My brother, I'll describe him to like
Yeah.
my brother or whatever, and he'll be like, "Oh, such and such," and I'll be like,
That was what? Yeah.
"You like?"
You, but I don't even know who that girl was. Also,
Oh,
man, that used to be your
man.
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even tell. She looked like a daggone.
Whoa.
I thought she was a linebacker.
You
I
like?
didn't know. They were like,
You
what?
like, whoa.
I'm gonna tell you, man. That's how it goes, though, man. You be surprised. And the funny thing is, like when I went back, man, it was cool because, people. I was real skinny.
Okay.
So I was a stick.
I
you know
weighed
what I
the
mean?
same thing.
Oh, so you good then?
Yeah.
Nah, brother. I was like 140s.
Okay.
So I was about 40, 50 pounds lighter. So I'm go up in that joint. They be like, man, you done got some muscle. You got some size. I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Gotta do my thing. Gotta make moves. But that felt good, man. But at the same rate,
I mean, it can be
it's
a
good,
cool
though.
experience. It just depends on what your
Oh, yeah.
experience was like in high school.
Yeah, true,
And
true.
literally, when I graduated, I didn't know if I was more happy that I wasn't gonna see none of these people again.
Oh, for real? Oh, so you was ready to be gone?
I was ready.
My man
for
was
some
like,
new
"Peace,
people
I'm
in my
out."
life. Because most of them I had seen since like elementary school.
Oh,
And you
y'all
saw
went throughout the whole process.
literally.
Okay.
And it's just like
Right.
the person that they became at the end of it. I'm just like, all right,
Isn't that-
we're going in these. Yeah, so I'm cool.
You
I'm
know-
good. And I literally like only talked to probably. You met him. You met Chris at the.
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
one
Chris.
Indochino.
Yeah.
That is-
Cool cat.
That's one of my childhood friends. Oh, Fern. You met Fern.
That Fern. Mad cool.
That's about it, man.
Fern
like
be holding you
childhood
down.
friends, man, that I
Yeah.
really just like completely rock with right now.
That's good
know
that
what
you
I'm saying?
still got those. I
Yeah.
told you still got to meet the grade 8. All my homeboys,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those guys, man, they still go hard. We still on the group chats.
I feel it.
So, well, one thing, speaking of that real quick, I do want to mention one thing before we get into our stuff. Just off of,
Breathing hard.
yeah, I know, man. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's like,
But off the strength of what I have seen on social media,
right.
I want people to get outside their bubble.
Okay, what you mean by that?
I just feel like too much people. Here's the thing: when you're out there and you're making posts or you're doing a lot of stuff, I want people to go beyond themselves, right? If all you know is just you, right, or your crew, or your thought process, or let's just say even smaller, all you know is your community, your neighborhood. That's it. Your household.
Right.
I want you to go out. One thing I said that I love about this community, where I live, is nobody on my street is the same anything.
Oh, right.
Nobody.
That's how I grew up. So
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You in that area, though.
I grew up in this.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Anytime you're in a city, now some people out here that are listening, they're not necessarily in a city area. You know what I'm saying? So when they go out, like at my school, back at my school in Greensboro, you didn't have a variety of races. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You had pretty much, black, white. That was pretty much it. But when you up here, man, you got some,
that's a melting pot.
You can't just say Asian. You got to say, Cambodian. You got to say, all these different things, Laotian.
Yeah.
And there's differences in the food and language and people and cultures.
Culture, everything.
And nobody really understands that. So I'm going to say, if you're in your bubble, please,
Step outside.
Step the bubble.
No, don't. Yeah, just say step out. Talk to somebody that you wouldn't normally walk up to and talk to or have a conversation with, because that's how you learn. And I think that's a lot of the problem with the division that we're going through right now. It's like nobody wants to literally meet in the middle. Everybody's talking about, oh, my problem over here, my problem over here. But the solution always, bruh, it always lies right in the middle, in that gray area. You know what I mean? And that is going to require a compromise on both sides. And but if I don't understand you or understand where you came from or how you were raised or some of the habitual traits that have been passed down to you.
Yes.
I can't understand how maybe I can influence you to see it another way.
That's true.
You might see me hanging with certain people because the blessing that I grew up with was I lived in the suburbs, but we still had heavy roots in the city, in the inner
nice.
city.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
a lot of my dad's friends, a lot of our older family members still lived in the city, still lived in Baltimore City and stuff. So we would go out there a lot. Yeah. So I got to see both sides. And I got to converse with people that I didn't, normally see on a day-to-day basis or whatever. And that helped broadens your perspective.
That's it.
Yeah. And when I moved down south, when I was in Atlanta, that helped. When I lived in Florida, that helped. The perspective of people change based on how they were raised, man. So it's you can't think the bubble that you in is your bubble. And if, like I said, we said on an earlier podcast, if you keep talking to the same group of people,
I'm telling you,
the perspective is never going to change and nothing is going to ever happen to push things forward if you just continuously just talk to those circle of five.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. This is why people had to get out of the bubble when it came to relationships. If you staying in your same bubble with the same people, then that's some incestuous mess going on.
Right.
And what I'm trying to get at is just like incest and all that can mess up and kind of deteriorate or whatever the person or whatever. I hate to say it like that, but you know what I'm saying. It's not a healthy thing really to do, right? It's the same thing I think mentally. It kind of does this. You just keep enforcing the same thought process in your mind over and over and over, and therefore you get into a place where that's all you know.
That's all you know.
And it's messed up because there's so much more in this world, and you're missing the point.
Exposure is probably the biggest educator to me.
Ain't that the truth?
Outside of just learning basic stuff, man, just exposure to things.
Ain't that the truth?
Just seeing some of my friends didn't have two parents in the household, but they would come over to my house and they would just see how my parents are operating, and that's exposure.
Right.
That's exposure.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Seeing that changes things.
Me having the perspective of, everybody has two parents in the house. That's just how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Until you go over somebody's house it's just the father in there, or it's just the mother.
Right.
And you see that the love is not any different. It's just, the situation and how they're raised and how it's a little bit different. So you have to empathize with people a lot of times.
You do.
And I feel
that's because
empathy's gone.
Yeah.
And the only way you're gonna have empathy for somebody else. Let's say empathy for somebody who's out here spewing racist, rhetoric.
Right.
There's something that happened to that individual that made him like that. Because the children don't come out saying the N-word.
Right.
They don't. They are taught that.
Right. Exactly. So if they see it,
so if I pull you, if there's, I don't know how you do that, but if you expose them to the other side of the coin and just like, this is what happens. This is what I'm going through. Then maybe they can empathize and maybe you
absolutely.
It's middle ground.
That's and that's it. But the middle ground is, and the thing about it, it's all right for wrong, and you all know that. But I just think that I wanted to make sure I put a bookmark on that right now, because I was just going through some things and I was like, I want people to get outside their bubble and see more to life than there is.
Man, it's like, go something else. Go to like a festival in a neighborhood that you've never been to before.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know,
that's a good call. Festival's a good. Matter of fact, like a great place. Like a whiskey festival.
Yeah,
bruh,
like a whiskey one.
That's a good one.
Just anything.
You gonna have a ball.
Go outside of your man. At one time, like I literally went to a country. It was like a country music festival.
Okay. Well, you a music guy.
I don't listen. No, I'm a music guy, but I do not listen to country music.
That
ain't my vibe.
Right.
But when I tell you, it was one of the best times I ever had in my life.
Tell him, Chris.
And it's just the people. And you would think, oh, this is going to be all rednecks. They're going to be all this and da.
Nope.
Nah.
It was cool.
It was none of that. They were some of the coolest people that you will ever meet. So sometimes you have to get outside of your, like you said, you got to get out of that bubble.
Get out of the bubble, man, because I'm just telling you, because if nothing
no
else,
growth in the bubble.
It ain't. It damn sure ain't. And I need y'all to get out here and grow. So speaking of growing, we're going to try to talk about changing the narrative right now. Yeah. Look, you got to talk about your boy LeBron.
Let's take a little break, and then we're going to
that's it.
We're going to come right back.
All right, there it is.
All right.
So when I'm talking about changing the narrative, basically what this is, so this has become like a what do you call it? Not a hot topic, maybe a hot topic right now, right?
No, it's definitely a hot topic.
It's a hot topic. Everybody's saying changing the narrative, and they're giving you all these different things that are going on, all about. And I mean, one of the biggest things that's come about is I think that the LeBron's new school, the I Promise School,
yes, sir,
has made waves.
More than waves, man.
Waves. Yeah. So you were saying that because you were talking about Mike and LeBron. What was your point on that? I need to hear that again.
Oh, my Mike. I mean, so my only point with that is it's not to beat down Mike, or it's not to beat down any other basketball player or anything. But to me, LeBron James is the greatest basketball player to ever live.
Wow. Boom.
Just from a standpoint of, okay, so my girl brought this to me, my fiance brought this, my future wife.
There you go.
Brought this, wifey brought this to my attention. Literally earlier on in his career, he had
my man is in love. Y'all see that?
You already,
my man is in love.
I was glowing.
You were my future wife. I like that. I like that.
We all happy.
Yeah.
Let's see 5 years from now if I
my future wife. My current wife. Yeah.
We cool.
Yeah. We all right. Nah, it's gonna be a beautiful thing.
She brought it to my attention that when you come into the league, you have all these agents, you have all these people pulling at you. So you get a manager, and you get the people that have other people. Oh, you manage so and so? Okay, I'm gonna go with you.
Right,
cool.
right.
Earlier on in his career, he made a statement that I'm not gonna do what y'all are doing. So he hired your regular run-of-the-mill agent, your regular run-of-the-mill management company. Then he said, you know what? Y'all not working for me. I'm going to go grab my homeboys from the hood and I'm going to put them on.
Bron, there you go.
I'm going to put them on.
Yeah.
And now his homeboy has literally one of the biggest management agencies.
Seriously. Off of the strength of that.
Off of the strength of him just going back saying, look, I think you have the aptitude to do this.
See?
So I'm going to pull you in.
See?
And now... yeah, I done uplifted you, and I done changed your family's legacy.
Ooh,
I done
you got me excited about that right now.
Not only mine.
I got to write something down before I forget it.
I changed yours.
Yeah.
So it's just like he's been doing this since day one. And you see, my blinders was on because, Mike is Mike.
Right. Oh, Mike?
Yeah.
Like, Mike, I want to be like Mike.
But other than Mike giving out a couple of scholarships, a couple of things here and there in the community, whatever, like all he has done is been a great basketball player and take from the community as far as like the new Jordans is out. We're going to read it all. I'm just going to keep taking from you guys. I just keep pulling from you. Because we need them Jordans.
Right.
That's a thing in our community.
Yeah, we need some Jordans.
We need them Jordans. Got to go get them Jordans.
Yeah, give me them Jordans, right.
So the difference is...
I only got one pair of Jordans.
Instead of, like, LeBron got shoes.
Yeah.
He got shoes. But now he got a whole school.
My man got a school.
A whole...
Because, see, when you giving that kind of...
school,
right,
man.
you bring a different kind of value.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to point out that everybody's making a big point about this school. The one thing that I believe that LeBron and those that are in the know wanted to really make sure they pointed out was, it's a new public school.
It's a public school.
It's not even like a private school or charter school. It's a public school.
So my thing is like,
he's changing the system that people know is jacked up.
So let me just start from here.
Okay.
So Jalen
Well,
Rose,
I want to say something about Mike though.
Go ahead.
I don't want to leave my. Let me say one thing about Mike.
Go ahead and say something about Mike.
I mean, it ain't only because I'm from North Carolina.
Okay.
But
you might have more knowledge than
no.
me.
I just want to make one thing, and I know you're going to agree with me, but I got to make this point because for those out there that are sticklers to this thing, without a Mike,
there's no LeBron.
There's no LeBron.
Without Dr. J, there's no Mike.
That's
without
true.
So
we can go. That's true. So you keep going back.
I can go,
but let me just say,
go down the line.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So I think that the progression of where these athletes have gone is a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
And at this point, what LeBron has done has put him at a certain level of. See, it's not about. And I think this is the thing. People may say, "Oh yeah, but Mike with making the money, blah blah blah." But I think it's the value, right? It's the value. It's the quality. It's the character,
right?
That we're really saying. I mean, as far as like the actual athlete, well, I mean, I don't know. Brian still might be the best.
So
I don't know.
I'll break it down like this.
Go for it.
You want to be an influencer,
right?
But what's the why and the reason that you want to be an influencer? Okay. So you train your whole life.
Wait, hold on. You want to be an influencer, but what's the why and the reason why you want to be an influencer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I let that
like
suck
your
in.
whole life. He's trained to be a basketball player. Talking about LeBron and all the people that make it to the NBA. Like you literally have to dedicate yourself to something.
Right.
But there's a why in the reasoning for all that. It has to be at some point. Maybe not in the beginning when you're a kid and I just want to play in the NBA.
I just want to.
But at a certain point, that narrative has to change for you because it can't just be all about money, man. Because if it's all about money, that's about you.
Right.
That's about your ego. That's about the things that you want out of life, and that's fine. That's cool. But I'm saying when you have a platform that big,
right?
That large,
so a LeBron cannot, that kind of person cannot only say, I just want money. Yeah. But like the person that before they even get in might
I ain't
think.
talking about that individual.
Okay.
I'm talking about the person that literally
that's where he's at now. Okay.
Has the ability to change the scope of like how valuable is your $10 million house if you drive 10 miles down the road and you in Compton and people can't afford no food.
That's
true. And people don't have the resources. But you got this
fly house.
But you got a fly house. And I'm going to sell sneakers to that community to take more from your community.
Oh, I'm not giving back.
I'm not giving back. I'm not doing anything other than giving out turkeys on Thanksgiving, which is a write-off for me. That is the biggest dang-on racket write-off that I've ever. So I don't want to hear about nobody giving out turkeys and giving out toys.
Look at this turkey you got, man. This turkey look good.
Because those things are Band-Aids. Okay?
Right. Cats me out in the street, be like, man, look, man, I know one thing. Them turkeys be fire.
Came through. Like, come on, man.
Got me a new turkey. You know, my man sit up.
See, you being silly.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, no, I'm with it. I'm with it. But no, I'm with it.
Like, I'm like, that's cool. I'm not taking away from the turkeys that you're giving out, the toys that you're giving out. But there's only
he really gave out turkeys though.
I'm not talking about Mike. Okay, I'm not talking. I'm talking about.
I'm wilding out, man. I'm wilding out. Yeah, I'm wilding out, dog. Yeah.
All right. This coffee is. Can I finish my point?
Yeah, please. I'm wilding out. Okay, go ahead. Go for it.
All right, y'all. So, look at you. Do we gotta take a break? I don't know.
No, I'm good. I'm good. All right. I'm up here sweating. Yeah.
So it's just like you have to want to do more.
Right.
For me, it's like, because what else are you doing it for?
Right.
Like, what are you storing all this money for? Like, what do you need all of this money for if you don't want to change lives with? I don't understand that.
Yeah. If you have right.
It doesn't resonate with me because I can't understand like how somebody literally like could live just comfortable knowing that the tone of your skin and the inequalities that we go through and everything and all of the and how the narrative in our communities is always the same. Like how you can just be comfortable in that. Oh, I got this. I got that. I'm this.
I'm good.
I'm this. I'm
right.
that. I just don't understand that. I
well,
really don't.
That's the
So it goes back to the lottery question that you asked me on the last episode.
Oh yeah, I did.
So you can't answer that because like my answer to it is you're going to do what you do for yourself. I'm not telling people not to take care of yourself and not take care of your home first. But there's a point where self-preservation can be detrimental to the scope of your community. You feel
That's a
what
good
I'm saying?
point, man. I think that now that's becoming a thing. See, I don't think it was all these things. The problem was these things were not talked about on a large enough platform.
Right.
I think everybody would have gotten, because we really are jaded. We really are confused a lot about the information that's coming out, and we're trying to make our own assessments, which is crazy because I'm looking at my daughter who is 4 years old. She can pretty much understand exactly how things should be right now, right?
Right.
She's like, she gets it.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, a lot of us didn't get it or don't get it because of that bubble I was talking about
the bubble
before,
he's in.
right?
Yeah.
So now the fact these stories are getting out and you seeing things about what LeBron is doing, you did see that there's other people out there like the one I sent you, picture of
That's
Rose.
Yeah.
Not Jalen.
Derek.
Derek Rose.
Is his name?
Derek Rose, not Jalen Rose.
That's not. What is his
This
name?
Derek.
No, Jalen Rose has an academy in Detroit.
Right. Okay.
Derek Rose.
Derek Rose.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's his name. Is that his name?
No, you got it right. I mean,
Yeah, is
I'm
it
about,
right?
I'm about to pull it up right here.
Yeah, he played for the
Derek
Bulls.
Rose.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I mean, he's doing something as well with his college scholarship program.
Yeah.
But my thing about it is this. And somebody's saying, oh, this is all like the LeBron James effect. You know, let's do a LeBron James challenge, which is not a bad challenge. It beats the daggone mannequin challenge or something,
any
right?
challenge that you
or
want
the
to
Kiki
do,
Do You Love Me
that you want me
challenge.
to get behind, I'll get behind
Right.
that one.
Oh, no.
How about that?
Yeah, I'm just tired of people getting behind.
You one up him, please.
Yeah, please.
Somebody
Right.
build a university or something. Or
I
don't care what you do.
I might
You know what I'm
I might give $1 to the
Listen
cause.
to this. Like,
I can't go
not
to
only
school.
okay, so I Promise is changing the narrative of a community based on some of the services and some of the things that they're providing to the actual community for parents. The GED program.
Oh yeah.
The
Absolutely.
connection to Akron University.
Right. Yeah.
Like, people don't even realize, like, the school is like, you know, they're gonna offer like full scholarships to students
Right.
that complete this academy, that complete this schooling at this
Yeah.
full scholarships
Full
to go to
scholarships.
the University of Akron.
Yeah.
So it's just like literally like you're setting up that narrative switch. It's gonna switch, man. Like, that might be the first kid to go to college out of that entire family.
See, bro, look.
That
that's
mother
just
gets
saying-
that GED
right.
and finally gets to go to college or whatever because now she has. It's crazy.
That's what I'm
man.
saying, but
It's-
that's why I say you looking at what's going on. Look at this
Yeah.
thing. Look at what LeBron is doing. Look at what Rose is doing. Look at what LeVar Ball is doing.
Yeah.
Look at these things that are happening, right? And you might say, oh, that's just basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just education. You can always damage it like
That's
that. People do.
short-sighted.
Well, it's just saying people do that,
Yeah.
and they might because what it is you're getting too caught up in the individual. Or people might say,
Right.
"Oh, I still don't like him because he's in the Lakers now." You know what I mean? There's people that you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen.
That's true.
Meanwhile, this is this guy's career. Can I work my own job? Can I work my job?
Right.
I wish somebody would tell me, Mac, you know, I'm mad at you, then got into management.
Man.
You used to be cool. Now you in management, man. Forget you.
It's like,
bruh,
all right.
I
Yeah.
need to work my job.
Yeah, I need to do.
Can
what
I go to work?
Golly,
So,
man.
but my thing about it is this. Seeing what's happening and seeing how this is now, like we say, changing the narrative, what we're really saying is, some people might just say, oh, this is just black people. This is just guys. This is just sports. It ain't, look, it is that. It's all of that, and it's then some.
Yeah.
This is the world we talking about.
Right.
This is helping the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In a positive way. All of these things. So, but one thing I wanted to point out about LeBron's new school, couple facts real quick. 43 new staffers, right? That's going to run the school. Now, you point out a lot of good things. They said they got teachers, principals, assistant principals, but they also said they have 4 intervention specialists.
Yes.
That's like dope, right?
That's a man.
Intervention specialists. Now, they didn't
about
really
that.
break down, but yeah, we could assume what that means, right?
Assume what that means.
And this is the thing. When you're dealing with people
Yeah.
at risk, you're dealing with a lot of
This is an at-risk community.
it's at-risk community.
The
That's what I'm
entire
saying.
community
Bingo.
is changed just by this one thing.
Bingo.
One thing.
One thing. And how much
saying?
now people talking about, mental health, depression, all these things that people are dealing with,
Right.
and they're wondering why. Who was the lady that said she was trauma? It was Mookie. What's her name? Rosie Perez.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
Rosie Perez was saying that she actually went through PTSD growing up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? She was like, that same thing that you feel off of war or whatever. She said she basically felt that how she grew up.
Absolutely.
And that affected her.
Absolutely.
And I think that type of trauma, when you're dealing with people that are at risk, people that are dealing with, poverty and all this stuff, people that are dealing with broken homes,
Right.
That's the kind of thing they have to deal with on a daily.
Think about and see, this is what I think about. Like, there were 323 murders in Baltimore last year. You add that up. So you think about the effect that could have on somebody who's 8 years old. 323 murders.
Wow.
Homicides.
Yeah.
Like, people.
Right. Actually got killed.
So it's just like, you think about that, like, and what a school like that would mean to a community like Baltimore.
Absolutely.
Or a community like in Chicago or something like that. Like, you have to think about things like that. So I like the fact that he's like, all right, if I got to be the first one to do it, hopefully I ain't the last one to do it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And if you're going to encourage a challenge, like, yes, please, somebody else
LeBron
do
James
this.
challenge.
Please do this. And then I will put you on my Mount Rushmore of basketball
There
players.
you go.
But for right now, LeBron is number one.
Wow.
I ain't taking nobody's arguments or nothing. Until Michael Jordan has an academy, we have nothing to talk about.
I like that. I think that's a good point, man. I think when you're looking at all these things and you're saying what makes
and not
him...
even necessarily just Mike have an academy. If you do something that's going... And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. If he's doing something to change a scope of a community, like on a broad scale like that, then let me know what that is, and I will retract everything that I just said.
Well, that's the thing.
You know
I mean, let me add a couple more things in there real quick, Chris.
Yeah.
This school also, he says, students will spend time each day on social emotional learning and participate in supportive circle.
Yeah.
Check that out.
That's positive.
And that's the thing about, I think that schooling, I remember even back when I was in school, man, grade school, I was a decent student. I wasn't a great student, wasn't a bad, I was okay.
Yeah.
But see, I also question that now because I know I'm much more, just if I had to really put it down, man, what they doing up there, man? So
Your daughter getting crunk.
My daughter wilding out.
She woke up.
Yeah, she woke for real.
Daddy.
Yeah. She would come down here, Daddy, what y'all talking about?
Right.
LeBron's new school, can I go? Nah, you go stay down here.
Yeah, you can stay here.
Okay. Stay right here. Do what I told you to do. But I'm telling you, but the thing about it is, the whole supportive circle, the reason why I like that, especially as a guy, I'm going to tell you why I really like that. It's the reason why I kind of built Best Man Made in some ways.
Okay.
I think that we're talking about changing the narrative. We're going to talk about OMAR EPPS and everything too. But that supportive circle, you know how like when you go to a barbershop, because I'm going to give you the best example I got of supportive circle is the barbershop. That's really it.
That's a good example of, yeah.
To be very honest, when I go, like most guys, when we go to the barbershop, and somebody said this one time, and I kind of got, this might be a little bit more controversial, but somebody said, and they don't mean it in a very simple way, but they were saying, should you not let women come to the barbershop? Now, let me explain what I think he was getting to his point. The way he said it, yeah, you can't keep anybody out anywhere. That's wrong. But his point was for guys. This is the place where we can go and talk amongst guys without being judged by anybody else.
Of some sort.
In some ways, it's a fraternity of some sorts, right? And I think when you bring in other people that might have an outside kind of judgment, you might feel like, I don't want to open up as much. But I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I go to
you know what I'm saying?
That wouldn't even see but yeah, I agree with what he was saying, but that wouldn't even work in the barbershop I go to because it's female barbers.
Well, that's the thing. See, that's what I'm saying. So certain barbershops have that, right? Like, or have the salon mix too.
Where I go, and like their perspective on things and is valuable. So I mean,
well, what I'm don't be wrong. See, so I see that point.
Yeah.
Because I think if you can have communication amongst more people, that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as, so let's. I think what he was trying to get at was that. I think his point was, barbershops are a supportive circle where he feels comfortable, and he doesn't feel like he's going to say anything to anger anybody else.
I got what you're
And so to keep it that more simplified,
spirited, but nobody's going to be
exactly. It might get spirited, but nobody's going to be like angry about it. But now, given what you're saying, if men and women are part of the barbershop culture, no problem.
There's no problem.
So, but I think what they're trying to say is anybody outside that culture coming in.
So it's really just
saying,
barbershop culture. It's not really gender.
It's not gender based.
Specific.
No, I don't think he meant gender based.
It's more, what he's probably trying to say is like when you come in here.
Right.
That the sanctuary of this, like church.
Yeah.
It is literally
it's
like
church.
You come in
right.
there,
it is.
And the perspectives are like they can vary, like because everybody comes in there with varied backgrounds, and you might have somebody like my barbershop specifically is like you'll have baseball players that play for the Orioles that come in there, and then you'll have people that like me, and then you'll have people that are from like not so great you know.
Exactly.
So it's just like you get all of those varying perspectives in the area, and you feel comfortable in sharing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Alcoholics Anonymous, same type of thing,
Yeah,
right? I'm just
pretty
saying,
much.
like, anytime you have a support group and somebody from the outside, and this is what I think. So I think there's certain things that you can work out among your support circle if it's a real support circle, right? So what I'm saying is, if nothing else, when I heard that, I thought about barbershops, and that made me think about how much aid and help that is given guys that I know, you know, just a good perspective on life, right? So that's one thing. The other thing I wanted to point out was they said nutrition is also a central part of the school's mission.
Man, like,
I love that. Because I'm going to tell you, bad health, I mean, like, as we speak, Chris is down in the kombucha right here.
I'm on the
you know what I'm
kombucha
saying?
train, right.
But I mean, that's my whole point. Nutrition is a major thing.
Absolutely.
You know what they say, if your body's, you know what I'm saying, if your body's is right, your mind's gonna be right, you know, all that body soul, you know, connection. But having better nutrition, whether it be knowledge or whether it be practice, anything is good, right?
It all plays a part in it.
I love that.
You know, like, he's literally putting his money where his mouth is.
Absolutely he is.
He's literally, like, because I'm looking at everything that he's offering. I'm like, yeah, he's really putting up a lot.
Oh yeah.
To do this, and it's I love the fact that it's a public school and everything. And
right, because private schools normally do that kind of mess.
The thing that plagues a lot of individuals that I think that have money, this get money, and we need to get money. Let's get this money. Let's do this. Let's get. But what you gonna do with it? I feel like what am I trying to say? So the sense of community is lost when you place material possessions and materialistic things over people.
I like that. Because that's the thing.
So it's like that goes back to me saying, like, if I got a Tesla and I pull up, you know what I mean, to my grandmama's house who's living in a neighborhood where, you know, it's just literally, it don't even look like people live there.
Yeah,
sometimes.
right.
But I grew up in this neighborhood and I come down and people love me and they showing all this love. It's like, well, why don't you show them some love?
Yeah.
Why don't you literally
get out your
change
Tesla?
Why don't you change their lives? Okay?
Yeah, what's wrong with driving a Camry like I got?
Right. I'm not even telling you to give up your car, but I'm telling you.
No, I get what you're saying. Right.
Why don't you do something in that community that's going to change? I don't care if it's just putting a boxing gym somewhere, or if it's just
right.
some type of anything.
Build up your community.
The way that Uncle Luke pours into the Dade County, Miami with his football program.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Okay.
Things like that. Like and out of his program, so we're sitting up here talking about people that are putting their money with it. Out of his program, you get people like Edrin James.
Ah, nice. That came out of his program?
Out of his program.
I didn't know that. Okay.
You get people like
now that you say that, I did know that because I saw something with him on it. Okay.
This dude has, like, if I forgot what we were watching, I think it was like a 30 for 30 or something like that.
Yeah.
More players have come out of his youth development football program than any other youth development program in the United States of America.
That's awesome, man.
It's
crazy. But see, that's what I'm saying. So but you give him back. The whole giving back process.
It's meaningful. It's meaningful.
Well, the other thing I want to mention real quick before I moved on from nutrition was he's given, I think he's given every kid a bicycle. I believe that's part of it.
Bruh.
And that might seem like something tiny. But in the day and time right now, look, dude, I went out, me and my daughter went out to the middle school on Sunday.
Yeah.
Just for her to ride a bike. Now that's 100 degrees outside. So I was like, ain't gonna be that many kids. How about nobody was out there?
Yeah.
I was like, look, back in the day, man, if we had any opening spot,
we out there.
We riding our bikes, we playing basketball, we throwing a football.
It don't matter.
Shoot, back then we was throwing rocks.
It's too hot.
We didn't care.
It's too hot. I'm just gonna stay inside and just
play games. You know, I mean, come on, man.
I'm a FaceTime with my friends.
Yeah, exactly. What y'all doing? We chilling.
FaceTime party.
Yeah. Over there looking all fat. You know what I'm saying? Eating a chip or something. But that's my point, man. LeBron's like, nah, I'm going to give you the education, but I'm going to build you all up. Social, emotional.
Right.
Physical with the nutrition and the bicycle. Like, you got a new bike. If you got a new bike, I'm about to go ride this sucker.
I'm about to be out here. And
come
it's a
on.
form of transportation from my house to the school, because sometimes
exactly. Now you got you
eliminate that how you get into school.
Right. Guess what? I'm a bike if I got to.
Man, like,
so even something as small as giving a bike.
Yeah.
Like, that's something when I read it, like, you read I Promise, and you look and you're like, okay, giving bikes, and for a minute you just think, well, that ain't really.
But then you start.
Then you realize,
start to think like, okay,
that's kind of big.
You think about everything that this school is offering, and you're just like, hell, like, I was looking at Lee, I was like, you want to move to Akron?
Yeah. Hey, look, get our
Like,
kids up in that
Akron
program.
Gonna be jumping in about 10
Absolutely.
years. Because I'm like, these kids are literally gonna remember this.
Exactly.
Did
And
you
they're
see
going
the
to get
hallway?
back.
Did you see the foyer?
Yes, good gracious.
I'm like,
that
you
joint
come
look fly.
to school like this every single day, and you're exposed to this every single day. Those
like
kids,
Zamunda.
a mass majority of those kids are gonna go out into the world and change things.
Dude,
just
that joint
because
look beautiful.
of that, it's crazy.
You remember when, that's what I'm trying
It's
to tell you,
crazy.
when your boy, when Eddie Murphy was on Coming to America, and he was in that dining hall,
Yeah.
or whatever, when he met his first
Yeah.
wife with that white. That, you see how fabulous that was?
What?
I feel like that joint like that kind of fabulous.
You was like-
and that's their school.
I was like,
that was a kingdom they were
what?
doing back then.
I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, that joint
Like,
looked
it's
fly,
crazy,
man. It's like some mess you see in DC, but
It's amazing, man.
But I'm just saying, I'm excited about it. I think we both are, obviously.
Yeah.
What LeBron is doing, man. I know we got some more stuff to talk about.
Yeah. I know
You want to take a break for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a break. We can knock
hop right
out.
back in.
Yeah.
All
All right. So we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but Omar Epps had an interview on the Breakfast Club. It was really good, first of all, to see Omar Epps.
Man, yeah.
You
I
know-
don't really watch he's on some show
Oh, really? Okay.
on network television. I don't watch it. I think Lee may watch it, but I don't even know what it is, so I can't even tell you what it is. But it is good to see him.
Right.
I remember what's my favorite movie with him in it? With the dude God in it. Like he was a drug dealer.
Oh,
In Too Deep.
In Too Deep
Yeah, that
with
was my movie.
LL.
Yeah, with LL.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. There's so many Omar Epps, film that people would just love. I mean, you can probably pinpoint where
Right.
you were in life by his movies.
For sure.
But I'm gonna say, when I saw him go up there and I speak, there was one thing that really did point out, and I said this earlier. When I say already that Talkative is the most successful podcast or
You
talk
weren't
show there
lying.
is out there.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I ain't lying for one, but I'm gonna tell you the reason why is because he said it's all based on achievement. He said success is about achievement, and I'm gonna tell you something. When I thought about doing this a long time ago, I was like, man, I want to do it. And like a lot of y'all out there, you got these ideas and things that you want to do. And so many times you keep thinking, well, I need to get this, or I need to get that, or I need to. Look, me and Chris are in the first floor of my crib. You know what I'm saying? Right now,
Making
and it
things
looks
happen.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, got a little gnat right there, but yeah, there you go.
Like it.
Kill that sucker. But that's the thing. But it's beautiful, man. And the thing about it is, you think you need all this stuff to do it, but when you just go out there and just do it. Even when I mean, it's been a minute, but we bring it back out. Let's Get Made Apparel. It's gonna come when it comes.
Yeah.
But back even when I did that, I was thinking, oh man, I got to be able to have this and that and all this stuff. Then I put it out there, and we selling thousands and thousands of shirts based off of something that I just made up at the crib on a
Right.
computer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so my whole point is the achievement is there.
Right.
And I think that you have to claim your own achievement. I got to be honest. I think
do.
because nobody's really gonna give you a sense of achievement.
If
You
you gotta
know?
believe in yourself enough to know that you can execute what you're telling people that whatever you're selling to them.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is you're selling to them, you have to have the confidence in yourself to be like, yeah, what I'm doing is great.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be ashamed of saying, yeah. Now there's a fine line between that and being egotistical
Oh, of course,
and having an ego. But
course.
no, if you really believe like, yo, I got the best sweet potato pies.
Oh man.
This side of the whatever.
Then you
know
like,
what I'm
yo,
saying?
they
Now,
really are that. Try it. And they be like,
yeah.
oh, it is like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So you have to, whatever that thing is for you, you have to lock into that thing and just believe in yourself enough to know that
Very
you're gonna,
true.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Very true. Omar
For
Epps
sure.
says, what is celebrity now? Success is achievement.
Yeah.
He said, but fame is an illusion. He said, look, it's all about giving.
Absolutely.
Transferring
Ain't that what I
information.
just-
And
man.
that's what I'm trying to come back to.
Yeah.
That's why I said what we were hitting on before with
Yeah.
LeBron. See, people are on that.
Yeah.
It ain't, look, the narrative has already been changed. It's just people are catching up to it now, like, oh,
It's
okay.
always been self-preservation is the law of the land.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I
like
need to
that.
take
okay.
care of me and mine
Right.
before I worry about you and yours.
Right.
Okay, and that's fine. Yes, you should take care of home first. Make sure your foundation is strong. But if you got your foundation strong,
Yeah.
and you still focus on you and yours, and not them and theirs.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
then
right.
that's where I have a problem. If you
Look.
have 4 Teslas, okay,
Yeah.
if you have 4 houses or whatever and all this kind of stuff, and like I can spend this amount of time in Spain. I can go over here. But the neighborhood that you grew up in,
Yeah.
is not even a neighborhood anymore.
Right.
Some of these people, some of these sports, or influencers, not even sports, entertainers that have the influence and money to change things, don't do it because of whatever the reason may be.
Absolutely.
But it's just like, that's when I have a problem with it. That's when I'm like trying to be like, what you doing for?
Yeah. You have to be able
to.
That's true. I think now when you're giving back and you see this is very, the ROI is high, no matter what. Your return on investment when you're giving back to the people, whether you give them information, because I got to be honest, man, nothing feels better than when I go out there and look at these comments, people are like, yo, another great, look, I'm be honest with you. A lot of people, man, let me say this again. Those comments y'all leave, I don't care if it's Talkative, Best Man Made, Game Changers, whatever it might be.
Right.
Those comments you leave, I read them all. And I got to be honest, I champion.
I read
salute
in
them all.
answer to.
I'm trying to answer as many as I can.
I need to get you on. I'm like, man, you need to talk to the people.
I know.
Talk to the people.
I've missed a few of it a little bit because I've really been hitting these streets, man. But I'm gonna tell you what, I do appreciate all. It's not because a lot of times people overlook the positive for the negative. You know what I'm saying? They see just that one bad comment, like, man, why they gonna say that? And they immediately answer the bad comment,
right?
And not the 20 or 30 or whatever good ones.
Yeah, people love negativity.
Screw that, man.
People love negativity, and it's like that's a virus too. It just keeps growing.
I'm telling you, it's a spirit. Get it out of you.
It's a spirit.
Get that spirit out.
If you feed into it and answer, like that's why I like some people that say stuff that are like, you're like, all right, you're just trying to be funny. I just ignore it and scroll up.
Dude, I'm telling. I don't even want to.
I don't even answer.
Yeah.
I don't even look. Whatever. I don't know what you're trying to say. So whatever.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something
away
funny.
from me.
That's a good point. You said. I'm gonna tell you something really funny. A long time ago when I first started doing videos, it was all Let's Get Made. But then I started doing videos with other people.
Yeah.
And when I was doing these videos with other people, I got all these negative comments.
Right.
Oh, Mac is, down with these people. Or Mac's a snake. Mac's doing this. And I was like, why is this even part of like, look at the history, man. I mean, it ain't. You can obviously see that's not the case.
Records, right.
Yeah, I got receipts to show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you.
Yeah, and so when I saw that, and so I realized, I was like, okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to start not answer. I'm not going to give it any light.
Right.
I stopped giving it light. And the less I fed that negativity, it died off.
Right.
And the positivity came back. So I'm telling you, y'all look at it, y'all see it. Look in there and you will see, man, this is a place of, it ain't got to be, it's just a place of respect.
Right.
I respect your time, you respect our time.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
That's really the law of the land. If you can respect mine, I can respect yours, we good to go. We can build.
That's it. We can we can do some things. Okay.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I had a great conversation with this guy, man, Jay Sykes.
Okay.
He's on IG. He does really good film and video. But when I was talking to Jay, it felt so good because the things he was saying was all based off of respect.
Right.
He came at me like with that, like, oh man, Mac, it's so good to be able to talk to you. And I was like, you know what, bro, it's good to talk to you too, man. He's like, but in his mind, he might be thinking, nah, it's you, man, you the guy. And I'm like, no, you the guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you are the reason that makes this thing pop.
That's
what
I was saying last week. That's why I don't treat celebrities like they're any higher than I am. Like, because I said, I've always had this mentality working in the music industry, like, that these are my peers.
Yeah.
Not necessarily people that are, they have influence or whatever the case may be, but I don't look at them any different than I look at any, person at the bar right up the street.
Right.
Because at some point I always looked at them as like, potential clients or potential people to collaborate with. So I can't be up in here in fandom like, oh my God, it's such and such. Oh my God. Like, no, I'm not that person to do that. So like, that's how I carry myself in all situations around. Like I'm just leveled in that way because I'm like, if I come up to you as a fan and I'm fanning out and I'm like, oh my God, and all this kind of stuff, that's always how you gonna look at me.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you what though, if I do meet The Rock,
you might fan out.
Yeah, I'm gonna fan out with The Rock.
I'll keep it cool for you.
Yeah, please do. So I'm like, oh, it's The Rock. You got muscles. Let me, you be like, Mac, what happened to you, bro?
I think like I told you, I think the only person that I probably would have done that for, like, just been like on bowing and all that, it's probably like your Nelson Mandela's and
Oh, there you go. All right.
And like just for their contribution to society and stuff, because those people are like for me like larger than life.
That's a good call, no doubt.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad about saying mine was just The Rock. Like, oh yeah, The Rock. Nah, he ain't really my favorite.
But some of the people that I would have loved to meet ain't
absolutely, man. So. No, that's a good point. I mean, even nowadays,
there is one though.
Okay,
there is one.
Uh-oh.
I would probably fan out a little bit meeting Will.
Will Smith?
Yeah, man.
Oh, but look, we can get Will on that. Look,
I ain't even gonna
let me
front.
hit Will up. Will, look, you
And
need
then
to
I'm
come
gonna
on
get
talking.
back to normal.
Yeah, you
Then
gonna
get back to normal.
I'm like, man, Will, just chill out, man. Chris be wilding out sometimes. He be
Yeah.
all right in a second.
Like,
once he
bruh.
wake back up from because fainting, he be.
Yeah, Will's my guy. Like, cause his insight on life.
Yeah.
I feel like we share a lot of those principles and a lot of the things that he puts out into the world, and not portraying that he's perfect either.
No,
that's the
not
thing
at
that I
all.
love too. You don't portray that you're perfect, and that's what I love about like people like Muhammad Ali and and individuals like that, because they don't portray to the world that they
Well,
perfect.
you know the good thing about Will, the thing that I think people are loving that they don't know this is what it is. But Will has really become an OG now.
He is an OG,
But he was not like he wasn't an OG in your mind, right?
People looked at him as the corny rapper,
Exactly,
that was in
or
these
blockbuster,
movies.
yeah, and that's all they saw. But now when he's giving back that, anytime they start giving back, you become OG.
Man, absolutely.
And Will now is like the best OG out there.
Yes, sir.
Look, man, I hate to really go quick beyond Omar Epps. I do want to point out his book. I definitely want to start. We got to start probably pulling up some books, man. But I do want to read his book, From Fatherless to Fatherhood.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna read it. I'm trying to find an Audible, but I'll read it if there is.
If we can, yeah. I mean, I know time is of the essence, but we'll have to see if we can find it. But
moving, so it's just better for me to have it.
Yeah,
like,
you stay on the road. I mean,
I
you overtime for a reason. That ain't just a pretty, moniker. That's legit. You are overtime.
Yeah.
So I think that, but a lot of things he said in there, we could probably talk about once we do get that book.
For sure.
We need to do some more about that. So we'll probably check out the book with that.
Yeah.
Let's go and get into a talkative topic real quick, man.
Okay.
You got one pulled up?
Man, it's actually fitting.
Bet.
He said, did LeBron James, what's his, Mike Douglas,
my guy. We back with Mike. Mike, you got a twofer.
Mike got a twofer.
Good gracious.
Okay. We have some other ones in here, but I don't really want to talk about
It's all good. This one's fitting. Them
kind of things, man.
Give me if Mike is bringing the heat,
beating a
Mike.
dead horse, because I want your perspective.
I'm with it.
Everybody knows my perspective.
Okay.
And he literally said, did LeBron become the greatest athlete of all time? And he said, it seems that LeBron once again gives us king-worthy news with his new I Promise public school for at-risk kids or whatever.
Right.
And he just wants that. He's just basically asking, like, do you think this will spark a trend of other athletes doing things in their communities? So what do you think about that? Is LeBron to you? Because it's all opinion.
Right, of course.
This is my opinion.
Of course.
So, everybody knows that, yes, he is the greatest athlete of all time at this moment right now. It could change.
Right.
It could change. But right now, there's no athlete that I feel like have done something in that outside of Jalen Rose, because Jalen Rose, let me shout him out.
Okay. Shout out
Jalen Rose,
yeah.
has had the Jalen Rose Academy in Detroit for some years now. I don't even know how many years. I'll let y'all know on the next podcast but he's had it for some years.
Right.
Quite a long time. So he's another one to be revered. But yeah, as of right now, just as on the court and just socially and just the stances he takes with his media companies and the stances he takes, like, just in life, just he's showcased to everybody who he is, like, by putting his homeboys on, by putting his community on, bringing the championship home. Like, he's done everything that he said he was gonna do.
Right.
So yes, he is absolutely the greatest.
Okay, let me say this.
To me,
I think. Let me go ahead and say this now. I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
In the sense that the character of a man, the character of a person, outweighs the athleticism, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
If you look at the character of the person, it outweighs anything. What you're leaving, my mom always said this. She said, never, how did she put it? Never compromise your integrity. Mm-hmm. But she actually used to say, never compromise your manhood. But what she really meant was never compromise your integrity, meaning that character is the lasting thing that you got in you.
Right.
I don't care if you make $500 million. At the end of the day, and I think Oprah Winfrey used to always say this, end of the day, only thing people gonna remember is how you made them feel.
That's it.
They're not gonna remember your money. They're not gonna remember what kind of car you drove.
At the end of the podcast, we could have just went like this.
That's true.
Got up.
That's a mic drop.
That's a mic drop.
At the end of the day, the only people gonna remember is how you made them feel. So I think LeBron is laying all of that right now as such a heavy weight that at the end, right now, I mean, I'm saying it's the end for him now, but even now, this is going to outweigh things to come. I can imagine. I mean, it's just building up. But that being said, the mics. And I'm going to tell you why.
The mics?
The mics.
Okay.
Jordan,
Okay.
Jackson,
Okay.
Tyson.
Okay.
For me, will always be the best. I'm going to tell you the reason why is because I got to go back to when Magic was a thing for me.
Magic.
Not Magic Johnson. I'm talking about just Magic.
Oh, you talking about Magic?
Just Magic.
Okay,
I know this sounds crazy. Not Magic Johnson.
Okay.
But the whole thing about it is I was a very creative type of, cat growing up. But the intense, so the artistry, the creativity, the innovation that Michael Jackson brought to music, for me, was like, it can't be done better.
Period.
For me.
Yeah.
Jackson was the so to me, but I love look,
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I love Chris Brown. I really like Chris Brown. I don't care what people say. I know, I just really do. I know. You feel the way about it. But I do.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, but I think that Michael Jordan, in the same kind of perspective, when it comes to basketball, seeing the whole Air Jordan thing kind of come as a child, I got a special place for it that I don't think it can be replaced.
Yeah.
I really do. Now, and I think this is the thing. I get what you were saying before about how he didn't do as much as what's going on with Bron, and I get that. But I will say that for the simple fact of seeing the things that he did on the court, the magic that it happened to look like when I was as a child, it holds a certain place in me that cannot be replaced.
Right.
Mike Tyson. Especially Mike Tyson was eyeing your boy back and forth. They still do clips of that now on IG. Mike Tyson just look at him dead in the eye, chewing his, with his mouthpiece, and knocks him the hell out. The fact that Mike Tyson, even as wild as he might have been and misunderstood in a lot of different ways, he brought you that ferocity, to be honest with you, that you wanted to see in boxing.
You wanted to see.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And even though you can look at it, you can say, well, nah, people can, say, well, Anthony Joshua or Wilder or all these other boxers, or Mayweather, all these other boxers that have come out. Because even Muhammad Ali, but see, here's the thing. I didn't grow up in Ali time.
So
but that doesn't mean that Ali's not one of the best ever.
And that's how I feel about it. That's how I agree with your point. I feel like from a nostalgic standpoint, like I can always say like, okay, Mike is this, Mike is that. You're from a just pure, because I grew up watching him play basketball.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I think what changes for me is like, over time, like, and yet I can't replace those Mike things. I can't replace that. But I've always been a person that, like, I just love people, man. And I just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to see, like, communities suffering. I hate to hear. Like, I literally can't watch the news because it just makes, because I don't feel like there's enough that I can do.
I see your point. See, but
so for me, I try to take the nostalgia away, and I look at it from a standpoint like, okay, if I'm 90 years old and I didn't seen LeBron play, and LeBron, to me, outside of like, losing those, if LeBron, let's just say this, if LeBron, I feel like there would be no debate if LeBron won those earlier championships.
Right.
LeBron would be the greatest basketball players of all time. But people hold Mike in that regard because they saw him win everything that he's ever done.
Absolutely.
I've seen him win. All he does is win. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
he like DJ Khaled.
The biggest difference, the biggest difference is, like, I feel like the weight that LeBron has carried and the amount of, like, Mike didn't have that weight when he came into the league. Like, oh, Mike's about to be this. He's the greatest since da-da-da.
Right.
LeBron has had that weight on him since day one. And he's literally accomplished every goal that he set out. He's won championships. He's won MVPs. And now he said he wants to change his community. So those three factors right there alone, literally, that's why I have a hard time. Because, like, Mike is Mike.
Yeah.
I had them posters on the wall. I had every Mike.
Telling you,
it's very difficult.
But that's why, honestly, that's why I can't say who's the best.
If you're talking about, like, athleticism.
Right.
If we're talking about, like, athlete of all time, it ain't even a basketball player for me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Serena Williams.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, gracious. Okay.
Period.
And let's not even talk about all the things that's going with that. But that's a whole nother thing, because
we could get into a whole other podcast,
especially all the things that made her test, the way they tested her and all that.
And just my God, like, are you kidding me? It's
Man,
Serena
listen,
Williams, period.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No, look, I'm with that, but I will say this. That's why I can't really get into these discussions about the best ever. It's the same thing about hip hop. If I get into hip hop, I'm gonna bring in some nostalgic ones because they changed the time period for me. But I will say this real quick. One thing I loved, and I'm gonna have to really paraphrase this because I couldn't find it. I was trying to look it up real quick.
Right.
Lauryn Hill recently was talking to a group of people. I think she might have been performing, and she said, "You're meeting me for the first time." And her whole point was, it's not that you have never seen me perform. It's just I'm not who I was the last time you've seen me.
Right.
I'm not who I was a week ago. I'm not who I was a month ago, not who I was a year ago. So people grow. People continue to as Charlamagne says, they evolve, which I don't know if that's really the right word, but they grow and things change. And I think that as people grow and change, you're seeing them for the first time over again and again. So having to be able to say who is the best of all time is really hard for me with those questions.
Yeah.
I can give you my top 5 or 10.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's difficult.
But I will say that LeBron to me is
time's not done yet.
It's not.
It's not even done yet.
And let me say this real quick, and I don't wish any ill will on LeBron. But if something comes out in the news that LeBron does some Me Too type stuff, then all somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, he ain't nothing," all that, and you be like, "But come on now, what about all the other good contributions that he did?" Like, I hate what Bill Cosby did. I'm not even gonna go there.
So I wasn't condemning. I want to make this abundantly clear because I don't need the Michael Jordan haters to come.
Oh no,
hate.
No, they're not.
I'm not saying that it's bad for Mike to get his money and hit the fact that he created these sneakers and he changed the way that sneaker deals were done. He changed the way that players in the league can collaborate with companies and create brands of their own.
Right? Yes.
You know what I mean, so he's done a lot in that regard. But from my standpoint, like I said, I'm like my favorite subject in high school literally was sociology.
Nice. Give it to him, Chris.
That was my favorite subject in my entire high school.
Right.
That was like sociology and philosophy.
Sitting right in the front.
I was in the front. You laugh. I'm like,
right here. I know.
Like literally just engaged the entire time. Both I can say without a shadow that I had straight A's in everything.
Wow, my man.
All A's.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I can see that
because I just people interest me.
Study of people, right?
And just communities interest me. And like when you go somewhere and you feel like I was at St. Lucian Carnival like this time last year.
How was that?
It was amazing, man.
I bet that
people that live in such. And when I tell you poverty,
you're talking about a whole nother level.
I'm not even talking about Baltimore poverty. I'm talking about below that, below the worst poverty you've ever seen in your life.
Right.
I'm talking about that. Yeah. I'm talking about like some of the children, like one of the dude, I can't remember his name right now. Markel. His name was Markel. He was telling me like some of these kids haven't eaten in like days.
Woo.
Sometimes you'll go weeks without food. Sometimes you'll go like so it's just like, but all that aside, they are still some of the happiest individuals I have ever seen in my life. I'm literally at the St. Lucian Carnival.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of it. Me and Boo Thang in the middle with her family and everything. And these people are just as happy celebrating the fact that they have life, celebrating the fact of their community. They all take care of each other. If I got food, you got food.
Right.
If I go get a whole chicken and I got 10 people in my family, you got 10 people, we gonna break that up so everybody can get a piece.
Well, that's the thing, man. Look,
that's what this country.
That's love. Yeah.
That's what we have. Like literally, we have succumbed to materialistic values of. Like what I need to get myself to a point, and then literally when you get that, all you're trying to do is get more.
Yeah.
All you're trying to do is get more. That's what a capitalistic society creates.
Yeah.
Whatever. So like just being around. So I would tell people, you were telling people earlier to go experience something.
Yeah.
Go to like any carnival. I don't care if it's Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica. I don't care where it is. Just go somewhere else where the poverty is so like, oh my God, and then you just see how happy they are.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you put everything in your life in perspective.
Right.
You're like,
I'm
unemployed. Well, fucking shit.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
I'm on the ball. Yeah.
All right.
I'm good. No, that's real, man. I mean, I think that, one thing is we do forget what happiness is. And like on our last podcast, we were talking about how do you identify your happiness, and it's love, man. Love. If you got love, I mean, we see love, in a crazy way in the States. But I think if we were to all be honest,
Right.
that happiness is love, and then we would say that no, that's the truth. You know.
Right.
All right, bro. We gotta wrap it up.
We got to run.
Yeah.
I know you got.
Yeah,
to run
I gotta
more
run.
so than I do.
Yeah, I'm about to kick us some
Do
dust.
your little thing so we can get to.
Hey, look. Whether we talk a little, whether we talk a lot, this has been Talkative.
Holla.